Moments inside of one local Kroger store, an argument and a fight led to someone pulling out a gun inside of the store. Channel 2's Matt Johnson live in DeKalb County tonight. Matt, this happened on a busy Sunday afternoon.
And by the time police had arrived, everyone involved in that fight had already cleared out from here. Tonight, there is relief that no one who was a part of that fight used a weapon inside of that crowded store. Video posted to Facebook shows a man quick to pull out a gun during a fight inside of a DeKalb County Kroger. He appears to be trying to de-escalate the fight, but shoppers we spoke to say the gun only made things more dangerous for everyone inside.
People shop there, like it could have been kids around or anything.
At one point, the man with the gun is seen walking around the store, still with the gun in his hand. In another clip, he hesitates, and other people in the store prepare to take cover when someone else in the fight threatens to come back with a gun of his own.
The idea of love for neighbor has kind of vanished from society in many ways.
DeKalb County police tell us they responded to the Kroger on Wesley Chapel Road Sunday afternoon after someone called 911 because of the gun. We don't know what the fight was about because everyone involved had left before police arrived to try to take a report. Shoppers say they would have left too.
I see a gun, I'm ready. I'm not for to sit right there and try to investigate because I ain't no detective.
No word yet from police if anyone faces any charges from the fight that could have ended in a grocery store shootout.
I think it's a big cry of the times that we're living in.
And the Kroger corporate office is aware of this. A spokesperson told us tonight they are thankful that police were able to respond as quickly as they could. Live in DeKalb County, Matt Johnson, Channel 2 Action News Night Beat.
Come on.
I told them to call me.
Hey, he tried to come back here with a gun.
Hey, sit down! Get him back to the store!
Lock the damn doors.
Hey! Y'all let me know if he's coming and he's coming.
Bro, there's too many innocent lives in here, bro. Damn, what the fuck?
Back. Yes.
Man, come on.
I don't know. He left out the store. Everybody got
Make sure she stay over there.
Oh my God, Kroger on Wesley Chapel. Total ghetto.
Good morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today is Wednesday, January the 8th, year 2020. As you can see, that was a scene from a Kroger grocery store here in Atlanta on Wesley Chapel Road. I've been inside that Kroger's on many occasions. It's located off I-20 and Wesley Chapel Road in southeast DeKalb County. When I first moved to Atlanta, that was a very upscale area. This is 30 years ago. That whole Wesley Chapel Road had beautiful homes, really nice subdivisions. Everybody wanted to live over there. I had purchased a home over in Stone Mountain, but I was really wanting to live on the Wesley Chapel side because it was so beautiful over there. The houses, the subdivision, the older homes, everything was immaculate over on that side of town. That was then, and this is 2020. That Kroger store, which I'm surprised is still open, because they haven't renovated it yet, which means that when Kroger don't renovate the store for a long time, there's a strong possibility that store will close. This is not the first time they've had an incident of this type at that particular Kroger's. They've had all kinds of shenanigans going over there with gun violence and shootings in that Kroger store and parking lot. So this isn't the first incident. It won't be the last incident. So I don't know why Kroger don't hire full-time security police officers, armed security guards at that particular Kroger, because it's gotten that bad out there. But, this is how it's going down today. Welcome to Niggaville, y'all. Well, you can't even go grocery shopping for eggs and milk and sausage without the possibility of you being harmed or injured inside the store. So what could this fight have been about? What could they have been arguing about that it went to this level of violence of man pulling out a gun, which is illegal? I don't know what they could have been fighting over. I mean, it just looked like a bunch of mess going on right there. And clearly all the other shoppers were on a Sunday. If you know anything about grocery shopping, Sundays are always the busiest days for grocery shopping. So I'm sure that store was packed with people. And that store probably was super packed with people in there doing their weekly grocery shopping after church. And to come across this mayhem and confusion, it just makes you wonder. Like I said, at that particular store, because Wesley Chapel has gone so far now, I mean, that area out there, the migration of gentrification pushing people out into the suburbs, that's like the first exit off I-20 outside 285. And when I tell you, them heathens have taken over that area out there. There used to be a really nice family-friendly Shoney's across the street. That's gone. There used to be a little Kmart there. That's gone. The Kmart been empty forever. They do have a Chick-fil-A out there that they built that does seem to be doing pretty good business out there. That particular Kroger also has a gas station. I get gas at that gas station quite frequently because I frequent a barber shop across the street. I've always liked that area, but now it's just gotten so dangerous out there. All up and down Wesley Chapel, they've had shootings at the Quick Trip on the other side of I-20, at the McDonald's over there. I mean, there's been some violence all up and down Wesley Chapel Road, and people have been killed and harmed and robbed. And they have a lot of prostitutes walking in the area of those hotels up there. It's just strange how the area could go from being such a nice middle-class neighborhood to where it is now. And there are still some very nice homes in that area. They're still building houses in that area. But my goodness, it's horrible out there. There was a Publix grocery store up the street. They shut it down a few years back. So now they turned it into some type of farmer's market of some sort. I don't know what's going on with that. It's just the area out there is just really, really going down so bad, and it's gotten so violent and dangerous. It's just not a safe neighborhood anymore. It's unfortunately, like I said, as the city of Atlanta has gone through gentrification, the suburbs, parts of southeast DeKalb. Also, I was reading in the news yesterday that Macy's at South DeKalb Mall is closing. So if you've been inside South DeKalb Mall recently, because I go there, the tag office is there. I've been inside that place pretty frequently, and let me tell you something. That particular Macy's was one of my favorite Macy's because they had clothing in my size there, and they had decent clothes. They had really worked hard to improve that store cleaning it up, renovated the second floor. They had did a lot of work to keep that Macy's there, but it's going to be closing. So Macy's has decided they can't take it anymore, and they're closing that Macy's at South DeKalb Mall. And South DeKalb Mall is on Candler Road, which is an exit down from Wesley Chapel. But all of it's still South DeKalb. So I don't know what they're going to eventually with that Macy's going. That mall, that's the only anchor store remaining. South DeKalb Mall is going to be in trouble. So it already is in trouble. So I don't know what to say. How when you're living in Niggaville in 2020, things don't look good. It looks dire and desperate, violent and dangerous. And I don't think things are ever going to get any better. I don't even know how we can even turn it around. Somebody called me and said they love these Niggaville videos I'm doing about 2020. But how can we improve these situations? And I have no clue. I really don't, y'all. I have no clue how our neighborhoods can be improved to be safe. I mean, I think, and I hate to say this, but I really do think that we are so lost and so far down, our communities have gone so far down and got so many bad situations are taking place out there. Like that last video I did about the woman in Memphis having 11 children and she can barely pay her rent. I just think there's so much going on negatively that some communities cannot be turned around. There's so many people, and also keep this in mind, there are a lot of people who like chaos and confusion in these neighborhoods. They like living in filth and chaos and mayhem, and they like the prostitution and the shootings and the violence, and some people enjoy this stuff. They don't want to see it to change. So the only thing you can do if you want to see it to change is pack your stuff into a U-Haul and get the hell on down the damn road, which I know so many people who had houses over there off West Chapel who sold those houses, and they are gone. They left. They went to places like Alpharetta. And, because at one point there was a really pretty solid middle-class neighborhood over there off Wesley Chapel. All those people I know who had nice homes over there, none of them live over there no more. They either living in the city or further out, or they have moved, but they left that area. They sold beautiful homes and they got up out of there because the area was just too bad. The schools were bad. The stores were bad. The groceries, everything's bad over there. Now they moved further out into Ellenwood and I don't know. But yeah, I would love to have answers to these questions as to how these areas can be improved or what can change. But we're in 2020 and things are still getting worse and worse and worse. Like I said, some areas you just have to leave and write it off and move on, cut your losses. I had friends who sold houses and took losses. I have a friend who just sold a house out in South Fulton County. He took a $200,000 loss on that house. He said he wanted out of South Fulton. He lives now in Midtown. He said he could not take it. His kids were all grown. Got him through high school. He said he had enough. He said he could not take it any day. Another second, he sold that house at a loss and moved into the city. So, he moved from a predominantly black neighborhood. Now, the funny part, when he bought that house was like $500,000. So he sold it for like $300,000. So he sold it at $200,000, and it was a spectacular, beautiful home, y'all. I'm talking about something when me and Earl would go to parties out there and be like, this house is beautiful. When he told me he sold the house at a loss, I was shocked. But then I wasn't shocked. It was South Fulton County. I said, wow. The house ain't worth nothing out there. He'd been out that house. He was in that house for at least 15 years, 10 or 15 years, somewhere up in there. No, he bought that house in 2006. So somewhere up in there, he had to sell the house loss. It never regained its value. So certain neighborhoods just are not going to do well. But if y'all have suggestions, I don't know. How can you change this area? Now, that Kroger, I will say Kroger's has had a lot of incidents at that particular store. They should have armed security guard and police present. I've been to stores here in Atlanta where they have a police officer there. Kroger, there's a Kroger across the street from here. They have a police officer and security at that store every single day. Now, this is a different neighborhood over here where I'm at. There's Kroger across the street from me. They keep that Kroger immaculate. It is spotless. I love it. And they also keep security there in the parking lot and police officers there, and because they had some incidents when they first opened that store. So they keep it safe. And I think that Kroger on Wesley Chapel needs to really up their security over there because they've had too many incidents at that store. But more than likely, I would not be surprised if Kroger eventually closes that store. It's the only Kroger in that area, and the only grocery store in that area, truth be told, that decent grocery store. But I don't see Kroger keeping that store open too much longer. And all that chaos and confusion. Like I said, they have not renovated that store. I don't know. Well, anyway, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to be someplace this morning. I got to run by this hospital first. I'd like to see y'all's comments. I just want to share you all that. Welcome to Niggaville 2020, you guys. Can't even go grocery shopping in peace. It's just terrible. Anyway, today it is Wednesday, January what date was the 8th or the 9th? Today is the 8th. Wednesday, January 8th. The year is 2020. I'm out of here and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.